They have said to grieve, to fall down on my knees. I am learning just now to be thankful. As the sunrise for me, I hold on to believe in this passage of wisdom eternal.
I've got a good name. My last name reigns from my motherland, where a young girl was struggling through some quicksand. Orphaned at age 9, but married into nobility, but only because the royalty wanted her utility. You see, they wanted someone docile, to stay still, to look pretty, to ignore the pain and hurt of her very own country. But she was way too strong for the chains of structure, so she loosed the bonds trying to save her own culture. She was trying to keep her land safe from outside invaders, ramping up the country against hostile neighbors. She spearheaded the military and gave work to the poor, an absolute visionary she always sought after more. She knew right from wrong and showed people how something so small could be so loud. But enemies feared her lead, they wanted her out. So one night, 55 men surrounded her house. And they took her by the hair and they dragged her outside. And she was never submissive, but just this one time, she lost all control. And they took her over, and just like that, her eyes, they rolled over. So she started in the slums, but she was always strong. Then she rose to power, but never forgot where she belonged. She fought for her people, she fought for her land. And if I'm half as brave, I'll live up to my name. I've got a good name.
To be thankful. As the sunrise from east, I hold on to believe in this passage of wisdom eternal.
My grandfather named me before he even saw light, and he envisioned so much for my impending life. He blessed me with a name that continues to shape me, that challenges me daily to breathe the name that I carry. You see, my first name breaks down into two parts. The first meaning holy, the second meaning word. You see, I was named after the very text that was written by He who created this world. After the very text that made my feet when the birds seem to quake. After the very text that taught me of a love that never quits, that never ever breaks. And you would think that this name would be easy to bear, that it'd be upright enough to be unfazed by fear. But sadly, because I'm weak, and I can't stand disapproval, I find a fair share of moments wishing its removal. Like back in grade school on the first day of class, I knew that at the mention of my name, all the kids would laugh. Cause it's not nothing like Connor, or Andrew, or Tyler, or Jake, so I'd say, actually, if you could just call me James, that'd be great. Or when I put my resume, I thought my first name took up too much space. But I was actually thinking, I didn't want employers to know my race. That I was compromising my name and all that I stood for the sake of a job I couldn't even stand for. And I'm not saying I hate my name because I loved it and I still do. I'm just saying that sometimes it's a name hard to live up to. That sometimes the embarrassment overtakes the pride. That sometimes the fear of others' thoughts drives me to run and hide. So when my grandpa named me, I don't know if he saw this coming, but I do know that he prayed over my name for He that saw this coming. That He believes and still believes that I can bear His name, because it's for Him alone and not others that I'll bear His name. So I will embrace this blessing and let it continue to shape me. Let it challenge me daily to breathe the name that I carry. And people always tell me my name's unique, that it carries much weight. And I'm proud to say I'll carry it, and all of this weight. I've got a good name.
I am We are raised by our names, so we hold, so we hold, so we raise up our names.
We write checks and take tests by our names, so we got to recognize the worth in our names. If we keep hiding and masking our names, we won't have nothing left to carry our names. We are called and we are known by our names, so let's recognize the worth in our names. Our shame when we get the weight of our names, we won't have nothing left to carry our names. We write checks and take tests by our names, so we got to recognize the worth in our names. If we keep masking and hiding our names, we won't have nothing left to carry our names. We are called and we are known by our names, so let's recognize the worth in our names. Because our shame when we get the weight of our names, we won't have nothing left to carry our names. We write checks and take tests by our names, so we got to recognize the worth in our names. If we keep masking and hiding our names, we won't have nothing left to carry our names. We are called and we are known by our names, so let's recognize the worth in our names. Our shame when we get the weight of our names, we won't have nothing left to carry our names. We are called and we are known by our names, so we gotta recognize the worth in our names. Because our shame will forget the weight of our names, and we won't have nothing left to carry our names. I've got a good name.